I done deal with a lot of you people won't do, either scared to do, or maybe you're thinking about doing. And what I mean by that is not working a 9 to 5 job anymore. And the reason why I stopped playing the game is because when you think about it in this whole context, there's nothing really fulfilling about working a 9 to 5. I stated this in a bunch of my videos that I've always felt like something was off. Ever since I was a little child. You know what I mean? And I still feel like that as a grown man to this day. You know, and the reason why I said it is because, you know, when you're working, you know, and I've heard people say this multiple times, that they feel like they say, well, when you're working, you don't got a strategic plan as you working. You know, you don't have a certain backup plan as to why you can get out of the 9 to 5 grind, right? If you don't got if you don't have no strategy, you won't be able to get out of the 9 to 5. And I'm simply saying this: there is no strategy. Right? The whole idea about this, you know, we need money to live. That shit is a fallacy. Like it's really bothersome. You know, it really bugs me to death because, again, you know, we have to have it to function. You know, which I don't understand it. You know, I'll never understand it. You know, that we live in a beautiful world like this, and we have to be able to pay in order to live. I never got it, man. You know, and you know, for years I tried to figure out a way to get out of it, man. You know, because staying in it, it gives me nothing but a headache. It makes me very irritable. It makes me put in less effort. It makes me just not want to be someone else as somebody else's place of work, and making them richer. You know, the funny part about it is that when you're working for somebody, it's never a partnership thing, as they quote unquote say. It's always somebody gaining more and somebody gaining less. It's never that whole thing about teamwork. It's all BS, man. You know, it's all BS. And you know, once I woke up to the idea that a lot of that stuff is just BS, I just stopped. You know, because when you're working, you're basically making the money. You got the house, you got the car, then you got the white picket fence and things like that. You know, possible kids, but I would say in this world you shouldn't have any, only because for the simple fact that you're not. I mean, I think the kids are gonna have to suffer also too, because you know they have to be subjected to this, and no one should have to be subjected to this BS. And you know me, I just don't like the idea, man. So I just stopped altogether. And this is what they don't like. They don't like when you stop. You know, they don't like when you just say, forget everything, you know, I'm done with it. You know, and they want you to keep being on a hamster wheel, to keep, you know, doing whatever it is you need to do as far as keep going, keep making money, generate some money, and you'll be happy. I even was told from people who have money, you know, millionaires and things like this, that anytime that you, even if you have a whole bunch of money, they feel as though that you have happiness. But there is no happiness. Not when you're making money. At least to me it isn't. And maybe I'm wrong about what I'm saying, right? But I always felt that it was backwards, man. To be happy to make money and just to live. When all this beautiful grass and just the people in general, right? The nice ones, not the mean ones, the nice ones. You know, why would you want to build relationships and gain learning experiences, you know, throughout this world, doing those things. And I feel like when you lock yourself down to a 9 to 5, you don't get those things. You may feel like you do, but you don't get them. And you don't get them because you're putting on the act. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just a role player in a game, like we are in life. You know, we're actors. You know, actors trying to fulfill a piece of something that doesn't need to be filled. So, you know, when I got tired of doing the acting, man, I mean, literally, I woke up one day and I just said, man, fuck this. You know, I know it's got to be something better than this, right? And most people would defend this, and they'll say, well, how could you possibly say that there's nothing, that there's something better outside of this, right? How can you say that, right? And I simply say this, that it is, right? You just got to find it. You got to find it, right? And most people, they don't find it. They don't find it at all, right? They don't find it. What I think they do is, give me 1 second, y'all. Move this camera. Yeah, so it's an individual coming with a big dog, so got to be careful. I'm not gonna edit out the video because there's no point in editing out my videos. It's all uncut. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, I was pretty much saying that, you know, there's more to life than just it's more to life than what you think. You know, and I'm all about experience, man. I'm all about, you know, learning, right? I think that there's some qualities to learn at the workplace, sort of, right? But overall, you don't learn shit, really. The only thing you do, give me 1 second, y'all. The only thing you do is you learn to be more stressed. You learn to be more stressed, and you keep on doing what it is that everybody else wants you to do because you need money, right? So you have people that always say that you need money to live, you need money to live, you need money to live. Are you sure about that? I'm trying to figure out where to put this all. Sorry for all the moving. Let me go back to my original spot. But so you sure about that? I know people, which people will, the first thing they would do is they would always say, if you don't want a job, go live under a rock, or go somewhere where the bottom feeders are, right? They would say that stuff all the time. They would say it without even wondering why it is that people are stopping, why people are not doing the things they're doing anymore. You know, for one, I never had fun working at the workplace. I never did, right? I mean, besides a few coworkers here and there, right? Sure, but overall, I never enjoyed work. Now that and that when not, let me say this: I never enjoyed working with going to go clock in. I enjoy working with doing other things, but I never enjoyed going to go clock in, man. Going to go clock in. This that alone stresses me out because you gotta get ready to give yourself to a company, right? To work for them. You gotta be prepared to trade that time in, something that you can't ever get back, right? And I'm really big on time, and I'm really big on making the best of my time. And when you at a job, you ain't making the best out of that. You're not making the best out of being at a job. And so it just doesn't bring me comfort, man. Right? And nobody's supposed to ever be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're supposed to have some type of peace and joy while you here, while you here on this earth, right? Because of course we all get joy when we leave this earth, right? We're gonna have the pure joy, right? But I'm saying while we're on the earth, we should be able to have some type of peace and joy in our hearts and do whatever it is that we need to do. You know, not be out here striving for somebody else's vision. You know, I know I might be all over the place, you guys, but again, I apologize. You know, that's just me and my videos. Period, man. I'm always, as you can see, I'm always looking around at my surroundings. Right, I'm always looking around because that's you know that's what I do. But no, this again, man, like that don't bring. I mean, working a 9 to 5 job is not the ultimate happiness for me. It isn't, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. I have been better off not working a 9 to 5. And people will sit here and try to discredit my take on this because of what I feel in my heart, right? And you're entitled to yours, as always, right? But I'm saying simply for myself, it's just that's not it, man. You know, what I've noticed is that I'm finding more and more people that feels exactly the way I feel. They feel like that the 9 to 5 job ain't shit, man. It isn't. You know, and I'm gonna continue to keep doing what I'm doing, right? And I'm gonna see it through. I don't give a fuck if I have to sit here and put in a lot of work to make it happen for myself, right? Me not clocking in is what I'm trying to stay away from. I feel like every time that you be at some type of workplace, you're locked in a prison, right? Even though we're already like we're in a prison out here in this life because of certain things that we got to do that we don't want to do, right? But I rather in my situation, I'd rather uh, do those other things that I don't want to do that would give me some type of fulfillment as opposed to going to a 9 to 5 job. Not it, man. It doesn't stop my character. It doesn't not make me who I am. I am who I am regardless. You know, and that's what a lot of people have an issue with. They have an issue with people being their authentic selves. And I'm just having a hard time understanding why people don't like that. Why people have an issue with somebody being their authentic self. Right? Me, I don't want to be around people like that. But I guess not. So, you know, man, for those of you out there, man, that feel like you got to be pressured, that you feel the need to want to go work a 9 to 5 job, man, do something else with your time that brings in money. I mean, seriously, do something else with your time. Because that 9 to 5 shit ain't it, man. It really isn't. You know what I mean? I refuse. And I mean what the hell I say. I refuse to work a 9 to 5 fucking job. That shit irritates the fuck out of me. It really, really, really does. I mean, really, really, really does. Like I've never been. I mean, honestly, seriously, I've never been so annoyed in my damn life. Didn't have to go work at a 9 to 5 job. I feel like each time that I value, well, I give myself these companies, whether it be a week, a day, a week, a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, right? It always bugged me because it's somewhere I have to be somewhere else, following their rules, doing what they ask me to do, just to earn a fucking dollar. Damn, man. This is thought of that. This is thought of that. It's annoying. It's really, really, really annoying. Here I am living my best life, not having to worry about clocking in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's challenges here and there. Yeah, sure. That's life anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to worry about that kind of shit, man. I don't. And I know a lot of you out there are probably wondering how. I understand. I would be too, right? But again, if you feel the way I feel and you understand where I'm coming from, put some eyeglasses in the comments and basically explain your situation. I mean, explain the reason why you agree with me. When you put that down, you know, or even if you don't agree with me, right? Just give me your experience. I mean, what are you? I mean, what I want to know is from you is, am I whatever I'm saying is it wrong? Right? I want to know. I mean, I'm curious. I'm very curious. I don't think what I'm doing is wrong. I think what I'm doing is right, and I should have been doing this shit a long time ago. Long, 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 long time ago. But again, me trying to do the appeasing thing with people, whether it be my family or whether it be my friends or whatever. I'm just trying to do whatever they want me to do to be happy. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm going to do whatever it is to make me happy and stay in it and constantly be in it. Whoever don't like it, it's not my problem. That's a you problem. And you got to resolve it with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I want to hop on here, talk about this topic. I got another big topic that I want to talk about tomorrow, and give my perspective on the experiences I'm going through with this particular topic. I'm not going to reveal what the topic is. I'll wait till tomorrow to do that. So if you guys are willing to stick around for that, I appreciate you. I think you guys will love this video because again, I think not every video that I make, but I think certain videos that I make, give some insightful ideas in people's mind about the topics that I talk about. And I think tomorrow's going to be another one. So um, that being said, you guys hype the video up, like the video, share it please. I would humbly appreciate it if you share it. Um, Subscribe to the video, and that's pretty much it, y'all. I don't got nothing else. I'm gonna get on with the rest of my day and enjoy myself, and I believe you guys should too. And whatever it is that you want to do in your life, right? Always do it with peace, love, and prosperity. Always. All right. So with that being said, you guys take it easy, and I'm out.